Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacob Moore. Today is Sunday, August 15th, 2021, and this is your daily New York Times crossword puzzle solve. The name of the puzzle today is Think Twice, written by Amy Lucido and Ella Dershowitz. Whenever I see the name Ella, I think of games writer, tech writer, internet culture writer Gita Jackson and her cat named Ella. I don't have much else to say. Yesterday's solve was fun. It was really tough. But we got there. So let us have a nice, leisurely, fun Sunday solve. Here we go. Novelist Margaret Atwood. Actress Meryl? I don't know. We're going to jump around here a little bit. Genre for BTS or Blackpink is K-pop. List of performers is likely a lineup. Starman. Orion. We're going to pencil in Orion here. I'm not sure what sarcastic internet laughter is. First law enforcement org in the U.S. to hire a female officer. Good question. I don't know what the Samoan capital is. Dark hair and a warm smile for two. Well, those are traits. That seems a little too obvious. Something that bugs criminals. I'm guessing this is going to be a reference to insects. Signed off on. Probably is okayed, which looks weird right here, but absorb the beauty of as a scene. We can see to finish this thought, this does look unusual, but there's an apostrophe missing. So absorb the beauty of as a scene. So I was thinking here maybe take in or bask in, like basking in nature's beauty or whatever. But I think this is actually drink in. I still don't know. Who actress Meryl is. Dark hair and a warm smile. We're leaning closer to traits here. In fact, I might pencil in traits. I saw this clue. Jazzy, James, and Jones, 5 down. Boney James is a sax player. But I don't know if Boney Jones is a thing. I'm pretty sure this is SSR or SRS, Soviet Republics. Ink holders in pens and squid. Sacks? Gross. I hope that I'm not totally off base with these two, because I'm pretty sure it's Margaret Atwood. Because duplicitous, I would think, is maybe two-faced with this C now here. Like morning people vis-a-vis nice night owls around dawn. I don't know. What is a four-letter law enforcement organization? We are going to move on from this section, and we're going to come back to it because I don't feel like I was making much progress. And there's a lot more clues that we can go after. Most at Times Square signage. My instinct is to say ads. Lip puckering, 12 down, sour. That's enough arguing out of you. Two's opposite is fro. A blabberer is maybe a loudmouth. And then half of a 55 union merger. I think 55. Oh, that's when the AFL and the CIO merged to become the AFL-CIO. So this is probably loudmouth. That's enough arguing out of you. Now that we have these crosses, is probably drop it. As in, let the argument go. Blank dress, 30 across. 4 letters, prom dress. Things that may be rubbed after din-din. With 2 M's in a row, I'm going to say that we're going to rub our tummies after din-din. And we're saying tummies instead of stomachs because din-din is kind of a childish shortening, and so tummies is a shortening for stomachs there. Performance check is a test. Keep in mind that Sunday puzzles have the difficulty of a Wednesday or a Thursday typically. So a clue that's pretty straightforward like this one might not appear in a Saturday puzzle or a Friday puzzle necessarily, but they're more likely to show up in a Sunday. Playwright Will, who was a 2005 Pulitzer finalist. I do not know. 21 across full length. Uncut. Will Eno, entirely possible. Just like that. That was a catchphrase. Well, this is just a reference, right? But a generic reference. But just like that was also the catchphrase of one Mike Goldberg. He used to call UFC pay-per-views before, I want to say 2015. He was the color commentator for a long time, or the play-by-play. I don't remember. He was the guy who did the ad reads and kind of led the broadcast. And then one Joe Rogan was there to talk about the actual fights. Back then, he mostly talked about the jiu-jitsu and some of the stand-up fighting too. But his expertise was mainly in jiu-jitsu. And I mean, he's a black belt in Taekwondo also, like, but whatever. Digression over. 31 across. Very common crossword word for pasture. That is Lee. Maybe not. Because one getting special... Oh, a tutor would be the teacher. And then the person getting the instruction would be the tutee. Crew implement. So this is referring to a rowing crew, and I'm pretty sure it is scull, S-C-U-L-L. There was actually a question in a trivia competition I'm a part of called Learned League that was about rowing earlier this week, and I totally missed it. How bad was it? Don't ask. Maybe. No, this is far too long for what I was thinking. So these are like abbreviations or replacements for swear words, right? But swear words is obviously too short. Curse words is the same thing. Added to the staff. I'm going to bet that this is a D at the end. And this might be niblet. That's a weird word, niblet. But cause for an onslaught of yearly texts. This TXTs here means that our answer is probably shortened. And yearly, to me, I think that with this cross, this is B-Day, your birthday. Like, that's going to cause an onslaught of yearly texts. We have a good old school SAT analogy. So how you read these, if you've never seen one before, is that this is split into two halves. See, the double colon there is the separator. So Aquafina is to PepsiCo as what is to Coca-Cola. So we're looking for Coca-Cola's bottled water brand, and it is Dasani. Boos and cheers. It could be noises. Practice whose name means literally union. I'm going to go with yoga. And then I think that this might be kind of obvious. And we'll write it in pencil. But I'm pretty sure boos and cheers are just noises. Blank the cat, fictional feline of children's books. I know Felix the cat, Garfield the cat. I don't know a four-letter cat. Light. Starts with IG. Stop along the highway. Really though? Is it? Oh, to light something is not. It's light a verb, as in to set something on fire, not the actual ray, particle, photon thing. So this is ignite. Bought in. So bought in is, I think here, a reference to poker. And then, so that would be to antied. So I'm pretty confident about this. Pete the cat, is that a thing? That's what it looks like. And then coaxed out of. A beach with a girl who swings so cool. I don't know the lyrics here in the quotes, but I'm sure that this is a reference to the girl from Ipanema. High quality cannabis in slang. Spirit in Arabian myth. I want to say that this is jinn, but jinn usually has two ends. Hetty of the 2017 documentary Bombshell. So this is a reference, I'm pretty sure, to Hedy Lamarr, but I didn't realize that that was a documentary that she was in. But Hedy Lamarr is an actor from the earlier 20th century. I saw a clue up here when I was looking earlier. Insurance giant bailed out in 2008. This isn't the one I was looking for, but AIG is the insurance giant who was bailed out then. Some $200 Monopoly properties in brief. Maybe streets. I thought I saw a clue that said the Raven writer's initials. Edgar Allan Poe. Post on Insta. Pic. Instagram is a photo. Well, it was primarily a photo-based medium. Now it's there's a lot of videos, and they're leaning more into that direction. It seems like as of right now, in August of 2021, every social media app is copying TikTok and or Vine, where every social media app has short videos that are a minute or less. YouTube has it. Instagram has their Reels. Twitter tried it with fleets, but they actually recently got rid of fleets. Big believer in the freedom of assembly? Question mark. Question of perplexion. I'm gonna say, huh? Some Hershey candies. Confused responses as sternutation. This is a word that I've never ever seen before. I'm not going to double click it because I do have a dictionary application where if you double click, it will show you the definition of a word. And so I don't want to inadvertently cheat. What the beleaguered are behind. I don't know. A ninny is maybe a wimp, or I'm not sure. Prof's degree is probably PhD. Landscaper's supply is sod. Advanced math degree. This makes me think of like a trigonometry thing. Like maybe this is sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent. What are the other? There's an advanced. I can't think of it offhand, but there's an advanced. There's one of those that goes along with cotangent that I cannot remember because I last took trigonometry 15 years ago. Tis. I had to sing Deck the Halls in my head to hear that clue. Latin listender. So this is a reference to the Latin construction et al., which is and so on, or and others. Added to the staff. So I think the wordplay is maybe around staff as a physical object. Places for development. That ending with an I is unusual to me. Lead in to call. Beckon call. Stroke, maybe to pet. Time-consuming assignment to grade. I believe that is an essay. I apologize, folks. We're kind of jumping around here. Arizona County or its seat, 83 across. With that Y cross is probably Yuma. Neighbor of Mozambique. Terrible at geography. But a Xanax alternative is Valium. Monthly publication of the National Puzzlers League with the. I wonder if this is Enigma. This GM is kind of an unusual word construction. Word in many font names. It's sans, so like sans serif is what that's short for. Thin incision, I think, is a slit. Yeah, I'm going to say that this is Enigma. My cat is cleaning himself on the chair next to me. Quite. Ever so. If the pessimists are right, I believe is at worst. Ah, so betray or a hint to 4 answers in this puzzle. So there are these. I didn't mention this at the very beginning, but there are these blocks here where there are some darkened darkened squares, and I'm wondering if they all have 2. So success might be it works. I can't even. I believe is just wow. So, and then our betray or a hint to 4 answers in this puzzle, I believe now is double cross. Now with this J here, I think that this is Jin spelled like this instead of the DJ. There's a bunch of different ways to spell this. Genie, Ginny, Indo with that N. A seller's need is a customer. Pushing up daisies. Pushing up daisies is an idiom for a dead person. This looks like murder right here, but job to do. Coaxed out of, teased out of. A job to do is maybe a stint. Overturned is repealed. The avant-garde artists Congo and Pierre Brasseau. Apes. Artists in quotes there, I think, is really demeaning. I think that they're real artists. Bad temper. Fight site might be arena. As you like it is some kind of piece of media, I believe, but I have no idea what it is. What the beleaguered are behind. When repeated, a reproof. Environmental opening. This is, I do not know, friends. I think the Supreme's record label is Motown. Be up for some biking is maybe Papa Wheelie. A ninny is a twit. In the past is once. A man's character is his fate. So, question of perplexion now is what? Sorry about that, folks. Had to sneeze. I'm still not sure what the beleaguered are behind. However, with Papa Wheelie, I think that we have gotten enough. That I has helped us realize the answer to that clue. A sternutation now with a Z, which is a pretty uncommon letter in crosswords, I believe is now a spree. A bad temper. Spleen? To vent your spleen is a thing? But I've never heard of a bad temper just straight up called a spleen. What the beleaguered are behind the 4-ball? So it's like 8-ball twice? Or 4-ball twice is the 8-ball? I guess. Suds is beer. I don't... Double cross, I guess. So that would make this, if that's implying, that would make this one-faced if we're doubling everything. This is probably Dina now. Maybe. Alerts. Notifies. Ah, like morning people vis-a-vis night owls around dawn. So in comparison to night owls around dawn, this is perkier. Morning people are perkier than night owls around dawn. Words before, so we know that there are two words here. I believe the two words are on or before. Overwhelm is to flood. Accelerator particles are ions. So again with the doubling. So we're looking here at 4-letter words. Like that's a common idiom for swear words. So instead, because we're doubling everything, it's 2-letter words. Wednesday, but not Friday. Adams. So Wednesday Addams is a character in the Addams Family television show. So the symbol on the Connecticut state quarter then is oak. Some Hershey candies are Rolos. Racial justice movement since 2013 in brief is BLM or Black Lives Matter. Sound at the end of December appropriately. My hunch is Burr. Set of 50 on the Argo in myth. The Argo, I think, is a ship, definitely, but I don't remember whose ship, whether it was like Achilles or Jason and the Argonauts. I think it's Jason and the Argonauts, because the Argo is the name of their ship, and then Argonaut, right? Bite size. I don't know. So now since we're doubling everything, pushing up daisies is 3 feet under. Environmental opening is an environmental opening to a word, so it's a prefix. Lucretia Mott is an abolitionist, so tut tut is a reproof or a reproving. Bite sight. Sorry, I saw bite size. What is a bite sight? Cape? Care? No. Cane? Anyway, we'll come back to it. Some tax breaks, write-offs, non-writing credentials for Conan Doyle and Chekhov informally. Maybe they were doctors. Classic novel with the line, "You must be the best judge of your happiness." Awesomest bud is BFF. A bite site is a cafe, a place where you would go to get a bite. To decorate. Artificial habitat. Maybe biodome. With this W now this is the neighbor of Mozambique is Malawi. Part of many a corsage orchid. A corsage is a little flower arrangement that you give to your prom date. I'm sure there are other use cases for that. I think artificial habitat might be biodome. Classic Pauly Shore, Stephen Baldwin movie. Most chiffon-like. Airiest? I still don't know what the big believer in the freedom of assembly is. Kind of chip, nacho. Up on, hop to, hip to. Press kit. So, decorate is to bedeck. So, MDs. I was on the right track here, but I said DRs, doctors, instead of MDs, which is actually the degree. It's the actual credential. So if I had read the clue a little bit more closely, perhaps we would have gotten that the first time, but it's okay. We got there. Not thinking. This is almost certainly two words. Where a married at first sight contestant where a married at first sight contestant meets his or her mate. At I do. Language in which kia ora is a greeting, Maori. I'm not convinced about that. Let us pencil that. Like. Prefix with classical, neoclassical. A real cut-up is a riot. Oh, they meet at the altar. I was too cute for my own good, friends. And I am very cute. But, classic folk story that teaches a lesson of sharing. Stone soup. I remember stone soup. Long runs. Still not sure about long runs there. Fast runners, hares. So hare, oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. So they put this right next to a classic folk story, and the hare is a classic. Tortoise and the hare is a classic folk story as well. Makeup target is a lash, Allah. I guess this is airiest. Big believer in the freedom of assembly. Still don't see it. Advanced math degree. Not thinking. On auto. Freedom of assembly is IKEA. Oh my goodness. Long runs, maybe eons. And then an advanced math degree is the nth degree. I was way overthinking this, friends. I was over here like, what is that thing that's kind of like a cotangent? Word before cap or pop. Ice cap or ice pop. More convinced is surer. The Magic School Bus was its first fully animated series, PBS. And then finished brushing one's teeth, say, is spat. You might also see this as an argument. We're getting there, friends. Extends in a way. Maybe renews. RENEWS. A web of lies. Added to the staff. Notated. So this is actually a musical staff and musical notation. Lead in to call. Robocall. So something here is wrong. Places for development. Oh, it's uteri, like uteruses. Gross. Sorry, uteruses aren't gross. That was not what I meant. I saw the U here earlier and I was like univs, like universities. Places for development, uteruses. Starman is now something else. It's not Orion. Musicianship is probably ear. Sarcastic internet laughter. Is it lols? With a Z, maybe? So now with this... So I think this is either... Because what made me think about that is 6 down here. With this D, might be LAPD. And then this would be... maybe lulls? Nail polish brand. I don't know. I wish my partner was here. Something that bugs criminals. Wiretapping. And then Starman is Zagat. He, that's a restaurants. So the star was not a literal star, but in fact the Michelin star type thing. Starring restaurants. Samoan capital. That one I might just have to guess. Because I don't know. I don't know a Samoan capital or a nail polish brand. Lacked the gumpish to. So, lack the gumption to is dared not. Confound is to addle. Etta James and Etta Jones. Gladly old style. Oh, we're so close, friends. I think it's traits. What is this, though? I've never heard this. Um, Friends, I'm just going to fill in. What is the Samoan capital? Friends, I really have no idea. This is very embarrassing. I'm really just... And this could be an O. This could be lols instead of lulls. Nail polish brand. I feel like it's going to make a word, but this is an odd one because this one is really tough. If you don't know the Samoan capital and you don't know a nail polish brand, I feel like we're going to spend a long time here. Friends, I looked it up. I looked up the capital of Samoa. So we did get this in 47-29, but it is a hollow victory. Hollow victory. OPI as a nail polish brand. Maybe I've seen that before. Now, if this had been beauty brand, four letters, Ulta, I definitely would have gotten Ulta. But OPI, I had no chance here. Friends, other than just kind of mashing at the keyboard until we found the right answer, which I did resort to when this was lulls with a U. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with this solve. I trusted my instincts for the most part. I put traits here. I just went with answers a lot of times, and sometimes we had to go back. For instance, with here. I think that the the convention of the double cross and think twice and cutting things in half, I think it's interesting. And it led to some cool solves. So, you know, having these sorts of colored blocks here where you put the same thing in everywhere, it does help kind of push the solve along, and it lets you put harder clues in. I think that we were fortunate to know, we knew a lot today of the pop culture references. The Girl from Ipanema, Hedy Lamarr, Motown Records, Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, we had a lot of these. AIG. Yeah, we did get pretty fortunate on that, and we were able to get some of the longer clues pretty early, like Loudmouth. So yeah, overall a fun Sunday solve. 4729, pretty good. Okay, I might do another puzzle today. There's this puzzle from so they the New York Times writes this wordplay, down here, this wordplay crossword column, and for the most part it's kind of fine. I've been reading it for a few days, and it's just like, here were some cool clues, which is like not exactly my thing, but the constructor puts notes at the bottom, and the constructor of yesterday's puzzle said that they but they adapted their layout more or less from this Saturday puzzle in March. So I may record another video today doing this Saturday, March 11th puzzle. We'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. But in any case, friends, I hope you have a lovely day, no matter where you're watching this. Thank you for joining me for the last near hour or so. And again, my name is Jacob Moore. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And that is it. Have a great day. Thank you.